Hello there, everybody. It is me, GamingRock673 here once again, and we're here in the computer room with another live stream. How is everyone tonight? Wait for someone to get in. I'm on my Think Center right now. On the Relic, as I call it. Go ahead and share this live stream. Try to get us some people in here. So I'm going to go ahead and share this on YouTube. Try to get us some people in here. Because that would be great. Share this on my Hangouts page real quick. Sorry about the noise in the background. Silas McGee in with the oof. What does that mean, Silas? You do that all the time. I don't know what that means. But anyway, how are you doing tonight, Silas? You don't know either, eh? Hey, at least it's not a Furbloxian. You know, recently, Hewlett-Packard has really let themselves go. I mean, I just had to get a Windows 10 laptop for school, and I hate that thing already, and I've only used it for like a week. Because it really sucks. Hold on, guys. A little bit of that historic game. That is a great game, Silas. Yeah, today I've been playing around with... If I didn't have all this stuff fall into my lap, let me turn the camera around, I can show you what I've been fooling around with today. Yeah, the cat come in here, decided he was going to pee on the LCD screen, and now it only works on an external monitor until I get the LCD fixed. Typical cat. Fortunately. He doesn't understand what he can and can't pee on. And in the other meanwhile, gotta turn the camera around again. Yes, there's a cat in the other room meowing its head off. I've been working on that, and I got the drive to come open. I've been listening to CDs. The CD player still works, and somehow the sound also still works. But yeah, there's a cat in the other room meowing its head off. If you're wondering who the other person is in here, that's just me watching the stream chat. It's a lot easier to see on this screen than it is on this one. Oh, sounds like you. Elevator compilations. Okay, now how would he get cut in half by an elevator? Oh, that sounds awful. Yeah, that sounds awful. Yeah, that's why an elevator is not your friend in an emergency situation. That's a horrible way to die. A real bad way to die. Wonder what I should do in this live stream. Yeah, Silas, that's a terrible way to go, let me tell you. I've been playing some this game I'm about to show you here, called USAF. It works on Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows XP. Something else, maybe some other stuff newer than that. But it's a great flying game. Let me tell you. If you could find it, you need to buy it. Wow, that's one you don't see every day. I was looking on eBay the other day and they had this game called Flight Simulator for Windows 95, and I kind of wanted it for this desktop over here so I could play it. Turns out they made it for 95, 98, XP, 7, 8, and 10. Yeah, that's a game that's not even worth 50 cents, let alone $8. Even if it was at that price, I still wouldn't buy it because of how bad a game it is. For anyone else watching, don't buy WWE Crush Hour. It is freaking awful. I used to love it too, but I stopped watching wrestling and I basically just stopped playing the games that I had. I have a whole bunch of wrestling games that I used to play on this channel back in February, March, April, May of 2017, nearing 2 years ago. Some of the games I found at secondhand stores didn't seem that interesting to me, and I imagine wouldn't work very well on a dual-core Pentium PC with crappy hardware running Windows Vista. There's a laptop sitting over here that had Windows Vista on it, and I said, if that's got Windows Vista, I'm going to invest some money and buy an XP installation disk because screw that. And that's real. 4 gigs of RAM is what I've got on my IBM ThinkCenter. Maxed out Windows XP, it is super fast. Hey Silas, you want to join this live stream? It is good for you. It's good for YouTube. Wow. I cannot say that about this one. This one don't even go online. Every time you try to turn it on, it goes to the blue screen of death. There's a couple times I've been able to get it to come on, and that's when I seen that it was Windows 7. You totally need to get permission from your grandmother to put Windows XP on it, because that's a way better operating system. Go ahead and put my headphones in here. Be fair, Silas, we've only been on one live stream together. Yeah, then you totally need to put XP on that thing if you can get the installation discs. You should look on eBay for those. You can find them. It'd be perfect for the computer, you're saying, because 4 gigs of RAM for Windows XP is awesome. Makes it work beautifully. Yeah, no computer with Windows Vista is going to work well, Silas. They're always going to be crap. I don't know. Windows Millennium topped Vista. But it is one of the worst operating systems ever, along with Windows 8 and Windows 10. A certain YouTuber will disagree with me on that, and I don't really care. Oh. The one thing about that laptop I have to use for school now is it's probably already obsolete. Most things today, they're obsolete before you get them out of the store. So either way you go, it don't make no difference. Everything you use is going to be obsolete, so that's why I pretty much just stayed with the computer I use now. Yeah, it's the car industry too. You'd be taking the car home and there'd be a line of people that miles and miles long going for another vehicle that's apparently 15 times better than yours, despite yours being brand new. If you can, you need to get you another installation disk and put a different operating system on it. Like Windows 7, Windows XP maybe. Because I cannot see wanting to keep 10 for any period of time. I mean, it is a up-to-date operating system. Not really. It's probably already obsolete in itself, despite there being no new ones after it. But being as bad of an OS as it is, I can see there being a perfect reason to put another operating system on it that's a lot better. Yeah, then you're basically on alone about that one, Silas. I still suggest you invest some money in another installation disc from eBay to buy it. Or what would be a bit better is just send it to see what's on its worth and just send that stuff to LGR, see what he thinks about it. If he even cares about stuff like that. Not certain if he does. I can just imagine him opening that right now. Hey guys, and this is an LGR thing. Somebody sent me this. Oh no. I can just see that being his reaction if you were to do that. Do you have another CMOS battery laying around for that thing? Because, dealing with a dead CMOS battery is no fun at all. There's a couple I have to reset the date every time I turn them off. This computer here beside me sets to January 1st, 1990 every time it gets shut off and turned back on and booted into the BIOS. No joke, by the way. January 1st, 12 a.m., 1999. Depending on the E-machines and if you've got a good got some good stuff spec'd in it, it might work good. I mean, I got mine online and it was almost useless. You couldn't go on YouTube. You could go on Facebook or Instagram. Other than that, nothing else was really even worth being at. I was using Firefox as the browser, so that's probably the answer to the question. Oh, that sucks. The computer's not complete without Photoshop. It's also not complete without any drivers for sound. But seriously, if you were to send LGR that computer, he'd be like this. Hello guys, welcome to an LGR thing. Let's see what this computer is. Someone sent this. Oh no. Because he'd realize it was Windows 10. Assuming he hates that as much as I do. When I put my Dell Dimensions working CMOS better in my eMachines and set the date and time correctly, it would be in response, stay on the eMachine's logo screen forever before it actually did anything. I hate it when that happens. Did it do that every time you turned it off, or you turned it on after you did that? Oh gosh. You might want to take that battery out of there then. I mean, who really cares if it does not show time properly? That ain't worth it. I'm not sure what that was about. It just basically set it off. But did putting the dead one back in fix anything? That's where you're going for then. It's probably the battery wasn't compatible. So it saved everything, but it wouldn't work with the other battery. That's messed up. Real messed up. I'm probably going to cut this in about 30 minutes. I ain't got much time to be streaming because my tablet's only like 10%. And nothing else here has a webcam for what I'm needing to do. If you don't like it so much, why do you still got it? I mean, I've got an E-Machines too. It don't seem to be showing that many issues ever since I blowed it out. That's why it wouldn't booting up. It had too much dust collected in the power supply. Of course, it's weak. You still use it because it still works. Runs WebPad, which is all you need to, since you know it can't do much else despite the loss of its other hard drive since you wiped it. Ah. So that's the only real use that it serves? I mean, my machines didn't give that much issues despite finding water in it the first time that it was, that I ever took it apart. You use it to listen to music? Because all my old computers, that's all that I use them for games and music. Your Unit 5 has a Dell Dimension Pentium 4 1100, basically the cancer of all Dell computers. You talking about the model or the processor that it's got? I haven't heard anything bad about the 1100. I've got a Dell Dimension 4300 that I sold to my dad that he uses. He said it works pretty good, he just needs to put more memory in it. Hey, Sailor! Silas, when I get this stream over with, I'm going to give you a Hangouts call. Speaking of notifications, Sailor, I haven't been getting any of yours. That's why I've been missing your streams. Yeah, when I get off of the stream tonight, I'm going to give you both a Hangouts call. Packard Bell. You basically hate it as much as you do E-Machines, right? Yeah, it's rung. They're on, but I'm not getting them for some reason. Some glitch that YouTube's got. Well, we're just gonna be talking about stuff on the live stream, and then when I get off, I'm gonna. So how long does it take you to get home from your grandmother's? Because I'll give you a call with whatever time you need. Because when I get off the stream, I'm gonna give you guys a call. And hopefully that'll consume the night a little bit. I don't got no school in the morning because tomorrow's Martin Luther King Day, so I kind of want to be up till the morning hours, you know. I always like to use that as my time. But in about 5-10 minutes, I'm going to be letting this go. Letting the stream go off. Because I don't got no much more percentage on my battery. Got about 7% left. And I can get my phone out and I can give you guys... Yeah, if you leave it on too long, it might overheat and not work no more. Yeah, and whenever but I'm gonna try to keep going a little longer. I'd like to be able to keep this stream going on until... Yeah, I've seen them before. I don't understand why you'd want something that's see-through. Yeah, pink CRT monitor. You know, I want to show you guys something if you haven't seen it already. Let me go ahead and turn my camera around if it will allow me to do so. This is the monitor that my Windows 95 is on. Look at the paint job of that. What do y'all think of that? A certain computer should remind you of that if you watch LGR. Yeah, I did that myself. I gotta get the other side done, and then I'll show it to you guys when I have that done. But whenever that's, I wanted to customize I wanted to be able to customize game systems, and I started with the... I haven't been able to paint the bezel. Yeah, I come up with the idea. The other monitor is gold and silver flames. I haven't got it home yet. That's pretty good for Windows Vista, man. I mean, my Hewlett-Packard Pavilion I've had for almost 10 years. That came with Windows Millennium originally, then had Windows 98 and then XP on it. It has served me well over that time. Yeah, that's the IBM. It's got a real... That might actually be the computer over here, my AST, that's making all that noise. Yeah, whenever I lose interest in something, all I gotta do is watch somebody's channel, and then I'll get my drive back in it, and I'll go back to collecting, you know? That's how I got my drive back in on computers. It sounds the same on every unit. I agree with you, man. You know, there's only one 8187 on eBay right now. I want to keep mine running for as long as I can because it's rare enough that if it gets broken, you can't even go on eBay and find another one in working condition unless you get lucky. So I have to keep this one running as long as I can. In about 5 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, and then once the stream's over, I'm gonna give Sailor and Silas a call. Well, my computer never really heats up anymore. I've got it on here where the fans are nicely ventilated. It don't get no hotter than 80 degrees. It maintains its temperature at like 70 something. Wow. Did you have it in a place where the fans weren't able to ventilate? That is a common cause of that. Mine did that when I had it in a... I used to have it underneath the desk when I was using it for work, and it used to run like that all the time. There's a problem going on with the fan. When you turn it on, the fan has an almost guaranteed chance of wailing to full speed, and the hard drive light flickering. Oh, that's kind of weird. This laptop sitting here, the ThinkPad, there are times when you turn it on, it goes. The fan just go at full speed, and then you have to turn it off and turn it back on for it to turn back on at a normal pace. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What's wrong, sailor? Oh, I didn't even realize you left. What happened? What happened, bud? Oh, no problem, no problem. Oh. Yeah, it's like 28 degrees outside here. Maybe even lower than that. It never got up to below didn't get any higher than below freezing. We both collect computers. Me probably more than him. But yeah, we both do. .8 Celsius. Whoa. That sounds real cold. Yeah, that sounds really cold. Wait. No, never mind. I had my connections wrong. It's a lot warmer there than it is here. Yeah, I get those two confused all the time. And I thought you meant like 29 degrees Fahrenheit, not degrees Celsius. I had to look it up on Google to justify it, and yeah, that is pretty warm. I know it's kind of funny, isn't it? Yeah, Google helps out in so many ways. Guys, I'm gonna have to let this stream go off. I'll see y'all guys in the call. The call that I'm gonna give you guys once I'm done.